we're here at the Wild Animal Adventures. I was just looking at your rules and everything else. No, what's funny is when I first walked in, this little guy, this alligator, like moved or something, and I was like, oh shit. And then he comes around the corner, he's like, oh, hi.
I'm Paulie.
James? All right.
Yep.
And what do you go by on your TikTok?
Lion Dad.
I started getting on TikTok only because of the show. Chappie, she put me on everything. TikTok, Spotify, whatever the hell it is, right?
Yep.
I started flipping through like you do. You get like the YouTube wormhole. You get lost in TikTok as well. Came across your thing, and there was something where you said it was Missouri or something like that, and I was like, I know exactly where this is at. Oh my God, this is the guy. So I came in here Monday, and it was really the only day off, which that's gotta be rough. And then I come back and I see you walking out. You're like, you got me at lunch.
Yep.
So I feel bad, but this is really cool, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, how did this all come about with you getting on TikTok and everything?
So TikTok was started as a joke. My nephew introduced it to me. I was watching videos. I go, I could do a couple of those. I just let the animals do the work, like I do at work. And I had 2 videos when our cats were babies that did really well. And I go, sure, why not? And it became a wormhole.
Yeah.
And now I'm going on, I think, 3 years, or right at 3 years, the end of last month.
That's awesome, man. How many followers and stuff do you guys have?
2 million now.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, I just broke 2 million yesterday morning, actually.
That's awesome.
And then I'm at 17 or 18 on Instagram. And I think I got 4,000 on YouTube.
YouTube's hard nowadays.
YouTube's really hard. And the copyrights, and the other is I've got to talk. And I've got to do other stuff. You can't just do a 15-second video, hit post, and be done with it. There's a lot more that goes into it. So I've been sticking with the TikTok and the Instagram because the animals can do all the work, and that's why people follow is the animals.
Now, is there more stuff on Instagram than there is on TikTok?
It's more pictures. And I'll take my TikTok videos and I'll post them to the reel if they're not too long on Instagram. Yeah. And the video that's gone viral right now is me messing with Nikado, one of our British Columbian wolves. I was messing with his feet, and he's just growling and being a pain.
Yeah, that's one of you said he doesn't like people.
Yeah, he doesn't like his toes being messed with.
Yeah, that was.
But then if you stop, he comes back and he starts slapping you until you do it again. It's a game he's done since he was a puppy, and I've worked with him now for 7 years. Bottle raised both those guys from 5 days old.
That's what I was going to ask. You had to be around them, so to get that close, you have to be.
Even with the big cats, most of the big cats I've raised from 10 and 12 weeks old. I've been around all these animals pretty much their entire life. We've got one wolf that I've worked with for 14. Yeah, she just turned 14, so I've worked with her for 14 years. And I've been with the company 15 going on 16 years.
Right.
It's one of those jobs you love.
Yes, I think I would, if I was like that too. Now, do you have a degree or something in this, or you just kind of came on?
No, so before all this, I worked with special needs teenagers and young adults for about a year and a half. They sent me out to Branson to help with that house out there. And I stayed out there for a couple weeks. There's a facility out there. I went out on my day off. And while I was there, I go, why not? Grab an application. Worst case scenario, they say no, like I've heard from everybody else. And I filled it out, went back the next day, turned it in, was stopped by the owner, and he's all, you don't have a whole lot of experience. I go, I can learn. I go, even if it's volunteer. He goes, well, where are you from? And I told him I was from Columbia, Missouri, and it's about 4 hours. He goes, that's a drive to volunteer. I go, I've got 3 weeks worth of clothes, and I'll be here for another 2 weeks.
So you really live 4 hours away from here?
So, well, I did.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, well, fine, that works. Well, I ended up getting the job. I did almost 1,000 hours of volunteer work just to be around the animals. They ended up hiring me, and I've been with the company now for 15 going on 16 years.
That's cool,
I never looked back.
That's great. That's awesome. One of my favorites is like when it was snowing and you were out there with the wolves. That's cool as hell.
It's fun. I love it.
On an average day, how long are you with the wolves?
Well, I get at work around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I don't leave till 6. And so with customers going through, especially on our busy days, I bounce between the big cats and the wolves, and I try to catch people when they're by the enclosures. just to answer the common questions, and the biggest misconception is that wolves are these vicious animals that are just out to attack everything, and they're not. They're extremely pack and family oriented. And it's not, the biggest comment you get is, who's the alpha? There's no real alpha. The way the wolves work, they look at the parents. The parents are the boss, just like with people. So it's more a relationship built on trust, respect, and understanding. Now, what people don't get is, I have to follow the rules that wolves have for each other. To them, you're just another wolf. They don't see me as a person. So if you cross those lines, they're going to get onto you just like they do each other. And these wolves can average anywhere between 700 to 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch in a bite.
Oh,
Their
shit.
jaws are just as strong, if not stronger, than a full-size lion.
Damn.
It's not an animal to take
fuck
lightly.
around, yeah.
And I've never been seriously injured. I've got scars. But I tell everybody, you work with animal for 16 years, you're going to get bit and you're going to get scratched.
Oh yeah, I got many scars on mine. We had chow chows growing up, so I got plenty of scars. I got one on my hand right here, arm, chest. Oh yeah.
Well, and like I tell everybody, I've been lucky enough, none of them have been serious enough to go to the doctor or the hospital.
I think there was one video where he was getting at your hair or something like that, and you're like, "Hey, stop!" Yeah. So.
And it happens even with the big cats. It's one of those risks, but like I tell everybody, the reward of being that close and being that hands-on with them and that connected completely outweighs that risk of something going bad. And knock on wood, 16 years, nothing has gone severely bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to look because you always hear about first it was those two magician guys.
Be a part of history the next time that Siegfried and Roy set foot on the stage at the Mirage.
Yeah, and then I was reading a story because someone commented about on that video, oh, there's going to be a day where he kills you, just like that lady that got killed by her 8 wolves. Well, and I started digging on the internet, and you hit a wormhole. But there is a lady, can't remember what state. She was 55, 6 years old. It was never determined if the wolf dogs did it or if she passed away in the pen and they just chewed on her as food. But those were wolf dogs. And as far as wolf dogs go, technically all of the wolves on display in the U.S., unless it's a federally licensed facility like a big major zoo, they all have a little bit of dog on them. Federal government deems anything over 97% as pure wolf.
So those are not pure.
Our guys are 96.5, almost 97%.
So a little dog, yeah.
There's a little bit of dog in them, but that 3.5 to 4% canine in them isn't enough to mention or notice. Because the big boy that I do a lot of the videos with, he's 7 years old, and he's roughly 125, 135 pound animal. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He looks big in the videos. He looks even bigger when someone's not watching it on the screen. Size are deceiving from a distance.
From where the fences are, is there any way we take a picture with you with them, or is it kind of far away?
No, you get 5 foot.
Because I wanted, if we were going to take a picture, I want to take a selfie with you behind the cage with the wolf, and then I
can try.
But, yeah.
But like I said, you're 5 foot from all of our animals. So the biggest difference between our facility and, say, the St. Louis Zoo that's right down the highway is you're 20 foot away from a lion or a tiger. And you see them every now and then.
Rolling hill thing at the zoo, it makes you feel closer.
Yeah. But it's a nice gap, whereas our big cats are 5 foot from you.
And it's just the fence.
It's 2 fences that are 5 foot apart. And that's all that's separating you from these big cats. But yeah, if you want to try to get pictures, not a problem.
Is it rough in the summertime with all the heat and stuff here? Like, do they get really?
Some of the animals, they just get lazy.
Oh, they just get
lions are lazy anyways. They just get lazier with the heat. And I'll tell anybody that's wanting to go to a facility when it's this weather, when it's 55, 60 degrees outside, the animals are going to be way more active than they are if it's 80, 90 degrees outside.
That's cool.
And you won't deal with the giant crowds.
Of
bustling people.
That's good though. But I like this. This is like a little mom and pop place, pretty much, right?
So the facility's built at an old Route 66 motel. What you're standing in right now, our gift shop area, is actually 2 semi-trailers butt up against each other and themed on the inside and sealed and insulated.
That's cool.
And even a bunch of our enclosures, our cages for the reptiles, all
That's
of
a
it's
fucking snake in there.
it's all reused material.
But
All of it's recycled.
That's a colorful snake. Like that's
Yeah,
a
those are
bad
corn
snake,
snakes.
isn't it? It's venomous though, right?
No, those are
Oh.
hands-on snakes.
Oh.
All of our venomous snakes are behind double barriers.
Like
So
you can
another
learn all that
reason-
here, which ones are real, which are bad, and which ones are just they'll bite you and they'll hurt.
And
that's
we've
cool.
got reptiles that we get out. We've got gators that we let people hold. We've got snakes we let people hold. Bearded dragons.
What about that guy?
Skinks. Eventually, he'll end up going to a different enclosure, and we'll have our crocodile back on display. We can mess with him to a degree. He's a rescue. A facility closed down, and that's where we got him. They donated him to us. And and it happens. We actually had a baby alligator dropped off this morning that a lady talked a mechanic shop that had him in the back of their shop just because they thought it'd be cool to have an alligator as a pet. And they weren't educated enough. They were feeding him every other week, and he's not even a foot long. He's still a baby.
Oh,
Which
wow.
has to eat every 2 to 3 days, not
okay.
every other week. And she got them talked into handing him over to her, and then she donated him to us. And we've got him. He'll be in quarantine for 14 days, and then we'll work with him, and he'll go into the hands-on program until he gets too big, and then we've got bigger tanks to go into.
Damn, you really know your stuff. I like that.
And it's all hands-on learning and reading books as a kid.
That's
and,
cool.
of course, watching Steve Irwin.
Have a look at this little beauty. Isn't she cute? I'll just face it this way.
Okay.
Because they actually projectile urinate.
Oh man,
But
yeah.
anybody
God
and
rest his
everybody,
soul,
anybody and everybody that deals with animals, they're going to tell you Steve Irwin's one of the reasons they got into it, and he's the biggest reason I got into it.
Well, that's cool. I love the things. The rules are just cracking me up as I'm kind of glancing at them.
Oh yeah, you read them, it makes you.
It makes
a
you
little
think,
iffy.
did people actually do this shit? Now, my thing is this, okay? When they say no food, drink, chewing gums, or anything by the display areas,
We've had
I'm
people-
seeing that's probably by the animals, right?
Yeah, it's by the enclosure.
So they smell that.
well
they
that
don't kinda-
and you get people that think it's funny to
Try to
throw
feed 'em.
stuff and try to feed them, and we don't need the animals getting sick.
Yeah, because they eat like pure meats and stuff for them that they need.
Yeah, they've got a very specific diet, and we don't want to deter from that too much.
And the other one I like on this is when they say no marking, writing, scratching, or anything on displays. This reminds me of just this area alone, from Six Flags to even Leesburg. They always have the same friggin' rule somewhere, and you can tell that's a Midwest thing.
Well, and the problem is,
they don't want to
people
see
with-
like Polly was here carved on a wall.
Well, and then you get people that knock on the enclosures because the snakes or the lizards aren't moving, and they're not going to. They're happy, they're fed, they're living their life. They don't need someone banging on their window trying to get their attention.
So I was thinking of Jurassic Park while I'm here for I don't know why. It's just, but alligators, are they really descendants of the dinosaurs? Are they still dinosaurs? How does that work?
They're technically still dinosaurs. Your gators will live 85 to 115 years, no problem.
Because they said the last thing that I saw, like on some Discovery Channel or whatever, was the bones of the biggest fucking alligator or crocodile they've seen in the ocean. And that's pretty
They're
cool.
massive. Your salties will get 20 plus feet.
Life finds a way.
So normal general admission is it's $10.95 for adults, $7.95 for kids, and then we've got like petting zoo food people can always buy. And
Well, I can't feed the wolves, can I?
no,
All right, where am I headed to?
this way.
Thanks, man. So I think I might switch to video for some of this too,
Oh,
because
that's
this
fine.
place is fucking cool as hell. Hey, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, yourself?
I'm Paulie. You work here too?
Yeah.
Is that really snakeskin?
Yep. So we try to, as much as we can, we give customers the best hands-on experience they can. We try to educate people as much as we can. So we've got cobras, we've got big pythons.
Hold on, what? Dude,
There's a cobra in here. There's she's right there. She's a little monocle.
Oh my goodness! I'm glad there's a window here.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's it's all tempered glass.
Yeah, because like you said, they just chill because they're fed, they're cool. Now, you do all this stuff too?
Yeah, so I've been dealing with venomous snakes now for 12, almost 13 years.
But pythons, are they venomous or are they
No,
just
they're
still
constrictors.
Yeah.
And some of our pythons are a little more aggressive than even the venomous snakes.
And I apologize how dirty and nasty I look because we just got done camping for a week.
Well, I know how that goes.
Yeah. Now, what's the difference between a Gila monster and a beaded lizard?
So both of them are technically venomous. They have venom glands just like your rattlesnakes and your copperheads. Except for with these guys, they don't inject their venom. It's more mixed into the saliva as they chew.
All right.
Mexican beaded lizards are in Mexico and further. Gila monsters you can find in Arizona. But they are the only two technical venomous lizards in the world, and both live in North America.
Now, the cool thing is that, now I see what you're talking about with the tapping and everything like that. You're right here because this is amazing. All
Yeah,
right.
you're right up on them.
This is a rattlesnake?
Yeah, she's an albino diamondback.
Wow. And she's looking right at me, too. She's just chilling, though, hopefully. Has any of them ever, reared up when people came by, or are they just pretty
These
docile?
guys do it every now and then.
What are
And then
these?
that's
The
our black.
That's like the most
And
poisonous snake in the world,
Top
right?
5 deadliest snakes.
Jeez.
And he just got done shedding. You can see his skin. So
How?
with those guys, there's a hole in the back of the cage. You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the mambas and the cobras, we never have to one-on-one handle because it's a huge liability and a huge risk considering we don't carry anti-venom because it's a controlled substance. So it's illegal. You have to be licensed.
What?
So the closest facility to us with anti-venom for our exotic venomous snakes is the St. Louis Zoo.
So,
About an hour and 15 minutes away.
so if you guys get bit, you're fucked.
Pretty much.
Damn. That's crazy.
But like with the rattlesnakes, because timber rattlesnakes and pygmies live in Missouri,
Uh-huh.
they can use the anti-venom from those snakes to kind of hold us over until they get the legit anti-venom.
You got a tarantula?
We've got tarantulas, we've got roaches, we've got scorpions.
Well, roaches don't bother me none. Unless, what are they, venomous or anything?
Nope, they're just hissing
they're just-
cockroaches.
They're just annoying. Oh, look at that. Look at that guy. He's out chilling. Wow. Now, here's my thing. Okay, where we're at right now is that we're in Staunton, Missouri, right?
Stanton.
I've heard it both ways.
But how prevalent or venomous shit where we're at?
You get copperheads.
Now, yeah, I grew up
You'll
in
get-
North County, St. Louis.
Yeah, so you'll
And
get...
we had those before.
You'll
yeah.
get the copperheads, you'll get timber rattlesnakes, we'll get pygmy rattlesnakes every now and then.
But those are way back in the woods areas and stuff, right?
we're in the woods.
Okay.
Even with us being right on the highway, I've pulled
I'm
copper.
wearing sandals. Am I going to be in
No,
trouble?
you'll be fine.
Okay.
You don't see them that often. But we've actually pulled copperheads out of enclosures when we're building them.
Yeah. What about tarantulas? Is there any tarantulas in
There's
Missouri?
Missouri tarantulas.
Oh wow.
You'll see them every now and then.
Yeah. But but all these things kind of stay to themselves, right?
Yeah. We're not going to go out of the way to bother people.
All right. I got to take a picture of this real quick if you don't mind.
That's a saltwater croc, the largest reptile in the world. Oh, crikey! She's got me by the dangle down.
Trying to help the creators that are putting a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, because 90% of everybody's all from the States, it looks like. Or is that just the way they're...
Oh, that's about how... And most of them are California, New York, Florida, Utah, Washington.
So what is this? What are these dogs?
So these are New Guinea singing dogs. So
Yeah.
technically they're the rarest species of canine on the planet.
What?
So they went almost 50 years without being spotted in the wild.
Yeah.
And
So they thought they were extinct.
they thought they were extinct, and most of the information and knowledge learned on these guys is all from them being in captivity.
So what do they do? Are they like wolves or something? Or are they just
They're
dogs?
actually close relative to the Australian dingoes. They're just a whole lot smaller.
Oh, okay, yeah. They look so
Highly,
friendly, though.
They are. They're sweethearts.
Could you get one to have for a pet?
They fall into that category of huskies and Jack Russell Terriers. It's not
Okay.
a canine you want as your first canine.
Yeah, because they're high maintenance and
They're
shit.
extremely high maintenance. They are meat eaters.
Now I gotta geek out here because like I said, just seeing you on the TikTok and actually being here, freaking awesome. Man.
And we've had people drive. I think the furthest so far was 7.5, almost 8 hours, just to go through the facility because they saw it on TikTok.
That's awesome, man. And
Which
this it? This is
These
these?
are the kiddos.
We head over to Wild Animal Adventures Park in Missouri,
where we meet James, the self-branded lion dad, who is the proud father of 2 lions, 2 ligers, and 7 wolves.
One of the things you do have to watch while feeding them is where your hands are at.
So these are the ones that are on that you view, that you do, right?
These are the ones that I use in
Wow.
most of the videos, especially Nikaido. And that's only because I'm closer to him than I am.
Look at the size of
most
his
the animals.
paws.
He's a big boy.
Hey. Now, this is where you take the videos and stuff?
Most of the time on top of the house.
Because, like, the way you do it, because it's so closed in, that's really cool, dude.
Yep.
Wow. And you're right. It's definitely bigger when you, like, the wolves are definitely bigger when you see them up close. Which is weird because you know that, but when you see it, it's 2 different things.
Especially when you see them next to people.
Oh, yeah. I want to get a selfie of me here with you, like, there, and with the wolf. Is that cool? Or we could try?
Yeah, we can try.
All right.
The wolf has very strong jaws. The jaws of a wolf have a crushing pressure of around 1,500 pounds per square inch, compared to 750 pounds per square inch for a German Shepherd. The wolf's front teeth, the incisors and canines, are used for puncturing, slashing and clinging. The pointed premolars and molars are used for tearing and shearing. The carnasial teeth, an upper premolar and lower molar, are designed to shear tendons and connective tissue, while the back teeth are useful for cracking bone.
This is so cool.
There's a whole lot of gates to go through.
I see how, like, what you're saying, this is way closer than the zoo. Oh, man, they're like frenzy. They're running back and forth going, oh, yeah, our buddy's coming in.
Nobody else comes in with them.
Yeah, it's just you.
Just because that's who he is.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Now he's growling? Or is that... Oh, that's a motorcycle. Do you try to play around with them ever at all? Or get like, or is it just pretty much...
He'll wrestle and play every now and then. It's more... Everything's on their terms.
Yeah.
And they'll let you know what kind of mood they're in. If they're in a bad mood, I leave him alone. I don't go in. If he gets carried away, which normally he doesn't, but if he gets a little rambunctious, you almost ignore him for like a day, like you would a kid or a dog.
Really? And then he knows he did something wrong? Oh, that's so cool. Well,
Yeah,
weird,
they're
but
way
cool.
more
Yeah.
intelligent than what people give them credit.
Jeez, yeah.
So we're on...
Mostly because, no offense, like I said, I've been camping for a week and I'm just left them from there. And no, I'm not tired. I'm just feeling dirty as hell.
I feel that way an hour after being at work.
I had to bundle up like a madcap last night. It was so
It
cold.
got pretty chilly last night.
Hello. All right. Halloween lights. There you go. There's a white one. Hello. Oh crap, that's a real tiger. Wow. These are some big cats. So this one, that's a big ass lion on the thing. It's cool. Now, do you ever go inside these pens?
Yeah, I go in with them about once to twice a week.
How long you been with these guys?
Bottle raised her from 9 weeks and bottle raised him from 12.
Oh wow, so they're very familiar with you.
Yeah, she just turned 3 years old and he turned 2 a couple months back.
Wow.
He's still a baby.
What?
Yeah, they're not full grown until they're almost 4 years old.
That's crazy.
So he'll be 450 pounds when he's done growing, and he's probably 325, 330 now.
Do you think they'll ever scale the top?
Nope. It'd be like you trying to climb a chain link fence barefoot.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That goes all the way around the enclosure.
Wait, repeat that. You said USDA?
So USDA they're the ones that regulate big cats and mammals on public display.
Do you ever go in with the tigers?
Haven't been in with the tigers in about 2 years because they're adults now. They're not cubs anymore. That's a
So
5
they
year
will-
They're both 5 years old.
They will mess you up then, huh?
No, it's just not worth the risk. They're complete sweethearts. And like I was saying earlier, the biggest problem is you're not a person to them. You're just another tiger. You're just another wolf. So when they wrestle and play, they're
Gotcha.
treating you like one of them.
Now, I heard, like, their tongues are just, like,
80 grit
rough.
sandpaper.
Okay, so even
It's
lions,
bad.
too? Wow.
Well, a lot of people don't realize they use their tongues to pull fur and meat off of bones.
Oh. So what's further down the way?
It's a big old circle.
Oh, okay.
We've got more cats, and we've got our bear. And,
You have a bear?
yeah, and his new enclosure is being built right now.
Yeah.
So he's in a temporary enclosure until we can get our guys out here to finish welding.
So people can, like, picnic here?
People bring their lunches, they eat here. We've got playground for kids.
Oh, my goodness.
It's
For $10, this is a great deal.
we've got we have school groups go through. We've had two different couples hold their wedding here.
Hold on, those ostriches, you could touch
Those are
them.
emus.
Emus. Okay.
Emus get about 5 foot. Ostriches get upwards of 8.5 to 9 foot tall.
Yeah.
These guys will get a little bit taller, but not a whole.
Do they get any violent?
Not really. They're not near as mean as the ostriches.
Because I've seen, like, ostriches get pretty violent.
They do. We have one male, and he gets a little pushy here and there. Oh, yeah, we have.
Sorry, I gotta walk slow. I'm in sandals.
You're full.
They keep falling off. That
We
is
do,
a big-ass bear.
That's Brutus.
What's up with his hair?
Winter coat.
Hey, buddy. I gotta get a picture of you. I love bears.
We do school groups. We do.
I like that. Bears are nasty.
Church
What
groups.
is that?
She is a Codamundi.
It's like a raccoon.
It's kind of like a Mexican raccoon.
They're pretty friendly.
With
She is.
certain people.
Yeah.
She's a little picky. Come here, Julia.
She's like, it's too much work.
Well, we've got a little bit of everything. We've got reptiles all the way up to big cats and miniature horses. We've had groups spend 2.5, 3 hours here.
I can definitely
They'll
see
spend
that.
an hour or so, go grab their lunch.
Oh, the little pups.
They can go.
Those are wolf pups, right?
Those are foxes.
That's a fox?
Yeah, those are Arctic foxes.
Huh.
The reason they don't look like a normal Arctic fox is because it's not winter yet. So as
No.
it continues to get cold, they'll get their winter coats and they'll turn white.
Do they sound like them when you walk in the pen? They start.
yeah.
That's so cool. It just sucks because everything you see of foxes, you want to have it, but then they go,
They're a
these are
handful.
not a pet.
No, I take a lot of special care to take care of them and a lot of patience.
So
Like
here's
if you get a ferret that's the size of a small dog, is
Yeah.
about what a fox is like.
has COVID affected any of this stuff?
Not really. When it first started, we were limited to how many people we could have on site at one given time.
Yeah.
But then the health department laxed a little bit because the boss complained about Walmart being able to have 500 people inside their facility.
Yep.
And we're 7 acres outside.
What are you gonna do afterwards of all this? Like, what's now that you got this kind of TikTok fame, so to speak? What are you gonna use with it?
See, life is normal.
You just gonna keep doing what you do?
Yep.
Now that's definitely a calling.
I've always wanted to do this, and I'll continue doing it. I can tell everybody, I'm just another guy with a really cool life.
All right, so we're gonna head out here. Thanks very much.
No problem, man.
All right.
Safe travels. You're more than welcome to walk through, take pictures, and all that fun stuff.
I'm still recording, by the way.
Oh, that's fine. Outside and see if I can get the wolves to get close to the fence, and then I can sit in with them while we do the interview.
Well,
Or we can do it this way, and then if you decide you want to come back out and do it again, we can do it that way.